G'day world, Chris Hogan and Andrew Grote come to you live from Me Media Studio here at Burleigh Heads for episode 95 of Get Fact Up. We've had a bit of a break, all due to an increase in workload from our new clients and existing clients, so that's fantastic. But we've learned some lessons from that and we want to share them with you. So it's always a good time with content marketing that if you don't keep up the momentum, effectively you don't keep the momentum of leads and prospects coming in, and also there's an opportunity for others to, I guess, steal the limelight away from you. So, for example, we've had a great audience here for Me Media's Get Fact Up, and we'll be somewhat surprised if all of them stick around, given the 2 month sort of break that we've had, maybe even 3 months. So, as you know, we normally produce Get Fact Up weekly, so it's a weekly video and it's topical on content marketing specifically. And we're bringing it back in a new way where obviously it's Andrew and I, as you've met us before, but the future is bright and there's going to be a lot of guest speakers. Some great content coming through, which we'll show you and preview to you in coming episodes. So today we wanted to talk about, I guess, what's happening in the content marketing landscape or in the marketing landscape.
What's going on?
Yeah.
It's crazy out there.
It's crazy and it's not getting any easier. Yeah, it's gone to the days of you said it, the Wild
West. Where you can be first in and just clean up.
Yep.
There's a lot of restrictions now, a lot of updates, a lot of changes, new formats. A lot of legal stuff's happened too since Cambridge Analytica and GDPR and all that sort of thing. It's really gotten complicated, and a lot of people don't know where they stand. A lot of people are sort of afraid to just touch the advertising side of things for the time being. A lot of the features that we knew and loved are gone. Yep,
and we're seeing decreases in, I guess, social media channels actually promoting that content which has outbound links on it. We both read Rand Fishkin's recent blog, which he's a fantastic marketer in the industry for many years and well respected, and has done his own little study on what has been happening with regards to social media channels and each post that goes out with a link in it, and how there's been a decrease of virility of those posts versus posts without links. So social media channels are trying really hard to keep people on their own channel.
Yeah, everyone wants to own the internet now, especially Facebook. Facebook wants people to stay on Facebook. So it's it's interesting. Like we want people to be holistic with their marketing and be on every channel, have a website, bring people back to the website for conversions and leads and things like that. But Facebook and other channels are trying desperately to keep you right there. So you have to kind of work with that. You can't work against it because it's changing.
Exactly. And so gone are the days, I think, where you would go holistic and go across every social media and, do bits and bobs here and there. And keep your brand and reputation, tip-top condition just by doing, little bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's right. Blanket doesn't really work anymore because if you're sort of half-assing on every social media channel, it just doesn't look good anymore. People don't like that. No one's going to follow that on Facebook. You really need to be able to do something that works really well, really good formats for that channel, say Facebook, for example, and really be able to nail that content for the right audience for that channel, which is hard to do if you're doing all the socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, if you're doing AdWords as well, Instagram, website. It's a lot of work now.
Yep, absolutely.
So what do you do?
Yep, and the new ad formats that are coming out on these platforms, for example, I've always referred to LinkedIn as Facebook for business, and so they always seem to be trailing behind Facebook in terms of the types of ads that they allow you to do. And they have lead generation ads, now, which are quite prolific on LinkedIn, whereby you don't even, you can actually fill out a form on LinkedIn, but not leave that social media platform. Therefore, not end up on your own website. Because why? Well, LinkedIn wants you to stay there. And why are they doing it that way? Well, there must be some reason. They're doing research to say, well, users actually don't want to leave the social media channel they're on.
Mm-hmm.
They want to stay in the death scroll.
Yeah, that's right. Just keep feeding them content. And also, well, I mean, they benefit from those leads and stuff coming through there as well.
Yep. Absolutely they do, because the longer people stay on their networks, the more chance that they're going to click an ad or watch an ad, which means more revenue for them, and so on and so forth. So there you go. That's pretty much, I guess, the theory behind why the social media channels are doing what they're doing. But what does that mean? What does that really mean for marketers? Can you say that, your website should be treated differently to your Facebook marketing? If you are going to go out and pick a social media channel, should you forget that people aren't going to come back to your website?
Well, it's a funny one. I would say we've always said we maintain that you have all your social channels to get people back to your website and try and build your own thing. You don't want to rely on the socials in case they change something and stuff up the way that you do business. It still kind of remains that way, but you have to also respect the fact that socials are trying to do things differently now. So you kind of got to do a bit of both. You're always going to need a website because that's where you have complete control and stuff like that. But if you stop resisting what all the socials are trying to do, find the right social that works for you. Find where your audience is. It's different socials will always be different, and some people will just find one works better than the others, and it's kind of better to just focus on the ones that work instead of trying to blanket everything. And definitely still need to have a website. It's never really going to change, but don't expect to be able to drag everyone back to your website now. Start using the new tools, lead forms, new formats of ads like the HTML5 full page Facebook ads and stuff like that. Fantastic. When it comes to content marketing though, if you're creating content, just bear in mind that you're going to have to create a variation of that content to go on the socials as well. I think that's more the way we're going now. It's
absolutely. It's kind of been like that for some time, but it's even more critical now, given the drop-off that we're seeing on click-throughs and whatnot. And each social media channel is going for an experience for each social media user. Every channel is an experience in itself. And so if you don't create an experience on your own website, then effectively there's no reason for people to come there. They actually aren't going to feel like, I'm going to get something out of coming to your website. So content marketing is about creating content. How many times do we harp on that? Video is king, and second to that, probably infographics. That's what I would suggest. Photography also up there. And so if you don't create awesome content and host it on your own website and develop that experience of that content, then effectively you're not going to get people there, and you're not going to keep people there. You're not going to get them engaged. You're not going to want them to take extra steps, maybe to sign up to download an ebook, even though that's quite a dated strategy. But maybe it's a course. Courses are huge now. Sign up to, free secret content. You're not
information packs, members areas, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So that sort of strategy is playing out like hugely online at the moment, and that's what websites are sort of becoming. I want my users and my potential customers and my existing customers to stay on my platform because I can control it. But you're gonna have to create an awesome experience to do that. And so, what are we saying is that think holistically. Always think holistically. Don't think like that your website is separate to your marketing per se. It's not just a functional thing that shows pages and gets Google organic traffic.
That's right. Well, your website is your marketing, in effect. Like I think a lot of people think of web design and development as an entirely separate process to marketing, but it's actually the first step. in marketing. Is the first step in being able to market your own brand. And when you're deciding on the design and development of the website, you have to keep that in mind, that this is just another marketing tool. It's not just a thing that businesses do.
Yeah.
You have to design with the experience of marketing, the marketing experience in mind. And, everything you do with the websites should be pointing towards that. What's your goal with the website? How are we going to promote that goal with the website? It's just a marketing tool.
Exactly. And so Rand Fishkin's blog, again, did actually say something pretty cool, and that is that it is entirely possible, for example, a yogi to go out and actually put their entire strategy into a Google My Business page.
So maps. That is, yeah.
Yeah. And put all the content there, upload photos regularly, even video content, and get reviews there and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a strategy. But even he said it. That's
risky.
a risky one.
Yeah.
So, again, don't think that each channel is the be-all and end-all. It has to be holistic and has to be content-based marketing.
Mm-hmm. They're pushing you to feel like that a specific channel is a whole solution now.
Yeah.
Like Facebook, for example, feels holistic. It does. When you're using Facebook to promote your business, there's enough tools there for it to feel holistic, but it's risky.
Absolutely. Given all the changes.
Especially Facebook, given the changes and the fact there's no warning.
Yeah.
They don't care about
Yep.
if you have a problem with it. They change it.
Yep.
It's done.
Yep.
So got to think of secondary steps and all that sort of stuff. But it's not blanket anymore.
Well, that's all we have time for today. We know that we can ramble on. We're very good at that. We're very good at talking, especially after a few coffees. Stay tuned to Get Fact Up. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back in a big way. Guest speakers, regular guest speakers, regular topics that matter, and are highly relevant right now and hopefully for years to come. Stay tuned. We're on memedia.com.au. That's where you can get all of the episodes. We're also on YouTube and Facebook. And we'll be keeping those channels real as well.
Thank you.
Cheers.